think an R&B singer, just like in the middle. She had a very nice voice, but like as soon as this scene was happening, when I was in the theater, uh, just the silver screen went black. I'm like, no, wait, what's gonna happen? I was like, don't let me miss anything. Oh no, and just knowing I had that reaction, I waited 3 years, 3 minutes, and just waiting for him to kick back, and eventually, I was happy to see that it went back to the last point where it cut off. That tension and how like how much I want to see only after 30 minutes shows that I really did enjoy this movie. And at the end, I'll get to it later, but it definitely showed how much I was enjoying it. They end up doing a job for Dryden. They had to go to the Spiceman's Kessel. They pick up Lando on the way and meet up with his girlfriend, L337, who honestly is one of my favorite droids in all Star Wars now. She's incredibly, funny to watch, and I like her dynamic of, she doesn't put up with the man. And when I mean the man, I mean human. Like, she doesn't with that shit. She is a droid liberator at heart. But I also thought it was interesting that, L3, who doesn't look very human, has has at least one time has like a sexual encounter with Lando, and Lando has feelings for her. I'm just like, oh, okay. And I thought it was funny that Kira said, wait, how do you? And L3 just looks at her and is like, what? Never mind. That was a very subtle joke. I know, they can't say something like, hitting it. Obviously, kids are going to be watching this movie. But, if they did, I would have died I would have died right there laughing my ass off. But, Han first time gets on to Lando's ship, the Millennium Falcon. They go to Spice Mine's Kessel. I had seen the Pikes like in the Clone Wars show, and basically Spice is cocaine. Like, it's not like a big veil or like another type of drug, but they're digging up drugs. That's what it is. They're using child labor and Wookiee labor to pick up these drugs and make lots of money. Han and Chewie pretend to be like slaves being sold to them, but they go inside and they start whooping ass everywhere. Previously, Kira and Han have a very sweet moment that was very reminiscent of Han and Leia in Empire, where Han says, "You're trembling." But they had it in Lando's cape room, which is like just entertaining to see. I don't care what anyone says, but they get off the planet. They wreck shop. They kick ass, and unfortunately, one death that did like hit me was L3. I'm like, no, don't kill her. She was so entertaining. I connected with her message of like supporting the droids. I recently like wrote a paper, arguing for like a personhood of artificial intelligence. Even Lando gets emotional. He wants to try to bring her to life and just holding, just like half of the robot body. But, I thought it was cool that her consciousness was put into the Millennium Falcon and became the new navigation, and which helped Han get out of Kessel by doing the Kessel Run. It was under Imperial blockade. They get past that shit. They kill a bunch of TIE fighters, which, seeing someone in the bottom of the Millennium Falcon shooting TIE fighters will never get fucking old for me. I'm always going to be happy and I always have a smile when I see that shit. It's classic Star Wars and it's dope. but they get away from like this vortex and a fucking giant squid, and they go through like crashing rock and shit, and to me, this was the most invigorating part of the movie was the Kessel Run, and I liked the detail that only Han cares about, the 12 parsec shit, which, in this movie, it muddies the water if that makes any fucking sense at all. Which, I love the ambiguity and the fact that nobody cares. Chewie says that, he probably says that's bullshit, but, Han says, well, if you round it down, and then it turns later in the original trilogy where he says less than 12 parsecs. At this point he only says it is 12 parsecs, and I thought it's very smart, and of course the Kazans writing this makes sense. They know the character of Han intimately. So Kessel Run, he fucks up the ship. Han is not pleased with him. I wouldn't be either, and I absolutely, just as a side, Han, very entertaining to watch Childish Gambino playing him. Pretty much everybody does like either phenomenal or they do a really good job. You got Alden Ehrenreich, Emilia Clarke, Eunice Sutarmo, Sandy Newton, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Aaron Kellyman, who plays Enfys Nest. While Falcon is fucking ripped in all kinds of places. Enfys Nest takes off the mask, and we see her crew and all that, and eventually Han needs to go back to Dryden. He says, "Well, I got your Quaxium dog. I got it from Spice Man's Kessel." And he's like, okay, cool. And we see that he hides gun and tries to. He wants to kill Dryden. Beckett says, I'm gonna leave. Beckett comes back and he's like, double cross, nigga. What you talking about? I told you not to trust anybody, motherfucker. And Beckett leaves with Chewbacca and takes some Quaxium with himself. Kira acts like she was gonna kill Han, but ends up killing Dryden, and Han leaves, and Han understands that sometimes some people won't work out, and that's what happened with Kira, and Han goes to save Chewbacca, shoots first and kills Beckett. They get onto the Millennium Falcon, they ride off, and Kira gets, she gets beeped by your boy, fucking Darth Maul, and I'm glad, if you watch the Clone Wars series, you watch Rebels, or you read a few of the comics, Darth Maul is dead, but I don't know how many people's minds can be blown, just general moving-going audiences. But I do like, now the canon connections they're making, and they mentioned Beckett killed Aurra Sing. I'm just like, okay, I see what you're doing, Lucasfilm. You're testing your audience. And Sam Witwer and Ray Park both playing Darth Maul at the same time, fucking nerdgasm. Come on, man. I don't know if he necessarily needed the Knight lightsaber, but whatever. So Han and Chewie, they go to another planet and they meet up with Lando, and they have a spot game, and Han knows that Lando's been cheating, but the cards start running out underneath his wrist, and he can't do his Lando magic anymore, and now boom, bitch, Han has the Falcon, and just seeing that was very fun, and this movie is incredibly entertaining. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, saying that did we need this movie, or is it was just a movie. Just fuck y'all. This was incredibly action packed. It was emotional. I'm not gonna say it's it's not the best Star Wars movie. No. But I will not feel disingenuous to say I like this movie as much as I did Rogue One. you know, maybe, you know, if I would like rewatch this movie, maybe my ranking would change. But I like it as much as Rogue One. I give Rogue One A minus. I give this one an A minus. So, you know, that's why I feel about the movie, and I had a lot of fun. And you know, after the movie ended, I wanted more. I wanted to see what was going to happen next. I'm like, no, don't stop. I want, and I was just like so excited, and I was so invigorated. And you know, that's what a Star Wars movie should do. Like, are there some things that should have been maybe expanded upon and this that? Sure, but just as much as you know, some things touch me and some things that excited me, you know, you gotta give a props for that. And you know, it's just such, you know, I would say it's a thrill ride. You know, I don't feel disingenuous in saying that, and it's part of the crypto critics. If you don't like that, fuck you. I don't know. It's part of the crypto critics. You know, I love you.